We're on the greenhouse here. It's starting to warm up here. We had about 20 degrees overnight or 20 degrees this morning, and we're sitting about 50 degrees in here. We had 45, 46 for a low last night inside the greenhouse, so all our systems are working. Today we're not talking about anything that we usually talk about. So the other day I was out here, I don't know if you can see that nasty puncture wound on my knuckle there. So I was out here working, I got myself a nice little puncture wound on my knuckle, and I'm constantly working with water, and I'm working with soil and all types of pathogens and bacterias, microbes, and nasty things that want to get inside us and do damage. And I'm noticing that I might be getting a little bit of infection on it. It healed up, but it's so deep and it was so nasty that it's kind of oozing and stuff. It's pretty gross. I'm sorry if I'm grossing anybody out, but I want to share a quick, easy, all-natural, free remedy for small injuries like this, and you can even use it as like a suture because it is so strong. So if that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're gonna head back to our stove and we're gonna conduct a little experiment. I want to show everybody what I'm talking about and do some all-natural healing. This is tree rosin. So I just started the fire down here for a little more comfort. I'll be able to shed my sweatshirt. We're gonna warm it up pretty darn quick in here, moving it all with solar power and stuff. I am not gonna cauterize my cut, but this fire is pertinent to being able to heal my little wound here. So we've got a ball of tree rosin. This comes from coniferous trees, pine needle trees. Now they do not create sap like a normal deciduous tree. So this tree rosin is able to be melted down and used as a healing salve, antimicrobial, antibacterial, and antifungal. So I am going to go ahead, throw this in a little tin here. I've already melted a little bit up. We're gonna throw this in here and I'm gonna make myself some healing salve with this tree rosin. So we're gonna melt it down, get it to a boil to clean it up, and then it'll be nice and fluid, and I'm going to be able to paste it right into my cut. You can see that it's beginning to bubble and it's becoming a lot more fluid there, so it's being runny and it's basically melting it down to a usable substance. So now that we've got this nice and melted down, I'm going to take my knife, and it's actually dripping off, and I'm going to pack it right in. It's a little warm, but I literally just coated that entire cut, and I am going to be able to work in the soil. I'm going to be able to work in water. This stuff is not going to dissolve in the water. It doesn't look very clean or healthy, but this is actually a very good solution to healing up cuts, especially if you're on the job site and you have to continue working. Go grab a little chunk of this stuff off the tree. You go grab a little chunk of this stuff off of the tree, and you can basically just melt it down with a little lighter and dab it on your cut, and it is going to seal it, heal it, and clean it. So this is one simple little all-natural alternative to using a band-aid, using to Neosporin or stuff. We make our own St. John's healing salve in the summertime, but when we run out of that and I'm out in the greenhouse, don't have a tin of it with me, this is what I do when I am healing up cuts and stuff like that. Now I just wanted to share this with everybody because it's a very simple method for healing up a cut and continuing on with your day. Like I said, if you're on the work site and you've got to keep working, if you can get that bleeding to stop, you can just pack some rosin in there, melt it down, and you've got yourself a 100% waterproof band-aid that is going to heal and clean. So if anybody's got any questions, it's pretty straightforward. I just wanted to share this with you guys, just in case you guys have some pine trees sitting around the property. That is a free method for some nice Neosporin that is completely natural.